Hello, everybody, and welcome into Jimmy John's Field here in downtown Utica for tonight's matchup between the Eastside Diamond Hoppers and the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. It's 90s night here at Jimmy John's Field. I'm Brady Beaton, joined by Beavers pitcher Michael Esposito.
Thank you for having me.
Batting practice ball just flies by us in the middle of our start. You've been on a two-game winning streak. You guys are starting to figure it out a little bit, try to turn it around from a losing streak you were on. Talk about what's gone right in the last couple of games for you guys.
So we just started this two-game winning streak, just coming off like a 4 or 5 game losing streak. So in baseball, it's very common to have ups and downs. You know, you try to bounce back. So we've been doing a good job the last 2 games. Put together really good starts. Our pitchers have been giving us a chance to win. So that's been very important. We've been swinging the bat very well. In our first game to start our win against the Unicorns, we put up like 18 runs, 19 runs. So that's like, it's outstanding from that aspect. So we really just try to give our pitchers a chance to win.
One of the unique things about the USPBL, unlike some other baseball leagues, is you're not playing 6 games a week. You might have weeks where you only play 2-3 games, and some of those might be 6-inning games, and you almost get to hit the reset button with every week. What's that mentality like? Because I'm sure when it's going well, you can't wait for that next game to start, but when you're on a slide, I'm sure you can use that time to regroup and recalibrate.
Exactly. When you're losing, you kind of try to, you have a little bit of a time period where you can adjust, figure out what's going wrong, and fix those mistakes. But when you're winning, you kind of just roll with it. I mean, baseball is full of ups and downs, so you got to take everything with a grain of salt. You know, when you're doing good, you ride it. When you're losing, you try to just change small little things and not really try to stray away from like the overall approach and goal.
Well, some guys for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers who have been on a hot streak recently, really the top 4 hitters in their lineup: Luis Acevedo, Bryant Schellenbarger, Noah Marcoux, and Joe Burke, who now has a league-leading 8 home runs on the season. They have been mashing the ball. Big reason why the Diamond Hoppers are just a game out of first place behind the West Side Rolling Mammoths. Michael, when you're facing a group of guys like that who are mashing the ball, you know they're seeing it well. On the mound, what's your approach when you face a guy that's had a pretty hot couple of weeks?
For me personally, I have a lot of confidence in my stuff, so you definitely keep that, take that into consideration. But the approach never changes. I'm confident in my stuff. I throw pretty hard, so I come at them with the fastball and see how they react to that one. And if they're on it, then I'll mix in a slider or something like that. But I come right at the hitter every single time.
As a pitcher, it always helps when you get some sort of run support. You mentioned the 19 runs a couple games ago. That helps. Chris Davis at the top of your lineup has been solid. Ray Hilbrick has been a nice piece for you guys in the lineup. Talk about how much, I guess, the difference it is when you're on the mound, when you get some early runs compared to when you're battling in a scoreless or 1-0 game.
Oh, that's the best. I mean, it's just a complete confidence booster. When your team's swinging it, when your hitters are swinging it well, it takes a lot of pressure off the pitchers. You know, the energy levels are up. You know, all around the team. You know, it's a hitters and a pitchers game. So you guys have to work together. So when they're doing a good job, it makes the pitchers do a better job as well. So
James Cole versus Greg Luukkonen tonight on the mound. Cole for the Diamond Hoppers, Luukkonen for your Beavers. Michael, tell the people at home a little bit about what they'll see from the southpaw.
So Luukkonen's a great pitcher. He was here in 2019 and he won Pitcher of the Year, and then he's been in a few other professional leagues and had success all around. He's a very good lefty pitcher. He's a big pickup late in the season. We needed a lefty starter, and he's been doing a great job throwing that thing and giving us a chance to win.
Coming down the stretch, Beavers 3 games out of first place. The Diamond Hoppers just won. They're going to fight to see who can help catch the Woolly Mammoths. We'll be back with starting lineups and first pitch when we come back here on the USPBL Network.
There are many things you can rely on in this world, like a sunny day brightening your mood, your mom baking the world's best apple pie, and never a dull moment in running your business. And when it comes to time-consuming HR tasks, you can rely on Tryon. Tryon can handle payroll and taxes, employee benefits, and more, so you can stay focused on attracting and retaining the best talent. With Tryon, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTryon.com.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Back here at Jimmy John's Field, it's 90s night as the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers take on the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. I'm Brady Beaton. Be with you all night long here on the USPBL Network. Before we get started, let's take a look at those who make our broadcast spot possible and thank all the wonderful sponsors we have here on the USPBL Network. Fairy Tale Entertainment, Ascension, Belfour Property Restoration, Budweiser, Dave and Buster's, DTE, Fifth Third Bank, Jarbcom, Jimmy John's, Macomb Community College, McLaren Macomb, McQuaid Heating and Cooling, Plumbing and Refrigeration, your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers, Pepsi, Scott's, and United Wholesale Mortgage. Again, thank you to all the wonderful sponsors who make this broadcast possible all season long. And have the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers against the Eastside Diamond Hoppers tonight. The Beavers are the road team. There you see the Diamond Hoppers, a game out of first place. But let's see the lineup they will be facing in the starting 9 for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. The ever-dangerous Chris Davis leads off in center field. Christian Ortega batting second. He's at the hot corner. J.D. Stubbs, the first baseman, in the 3-hole. Malik Bolin, the designated hitter, in the cleanup spot. Ray Hilbrick bats 5th in right field. Luke Stevenson batting 6th in left field. Marcus Judd, the second baseman, bats 7th. Alex Crump behind the dish batting 8th. And rounding out the Beavers order, Ben Wilcoxon, the shortstop, he bats 9th. Greg Luukkonen is on the mound. We'll get a look at him more in a minute. And now let's take a look at the 9, the hot Eastside Diamond Hoppers send out, and it starts with the top 4 in the lineup. Luis Acevedo, the smooth fielding second baseman, leads us off. Noah Marcoux in the DH spot, batting in the 2-hole. Joe Burke, the first baseman, bats 3rd. In right field, batting 4th, Bryant Schellenbarger. Joe Califoot in left field, batting 5th. Anthony Flores patrolling center field, batting 6th. Alex Pup at shortstop, batting 7th. Behind the dish, batting 8th, Whit Hughes. And at the hot corner, Todd Maddox will round out the order. As you see, James Cole is the pitcher tonight for the East Side Diamond Hoppers. And since we have a moment, let's take a look at the pitchers comparison sponsored by Ascension. Greg Luukkonen, only 6 innings of work so far this season. He's had a ton of success in the USPBL before this year. Was the pitcher of the year prior to coming back. And in the small sample size he's had, those 6 innings, good numbers. James Cole, the numbers haven't been great, but not terrible. 31 innings of work. He's given up exactly a hit an inning. Strikeout to walk ratio maybe a little closer than you would like. ERA at 4.65, mid-4, not great, nothing terrible, but looking to bounce back and keep the Diamond Hoppers in this race. Diamond Hoppers come into this game a game out of first place behind the Westside Woolly Mammoths, and it wasn't too long ago that these standings were basically flipped. The Diamond Hoppers had lost 6 straight. They were struggling. They couldn't find a rhythm. And since the All-Star break, really, they have figured it out. They have gone on multiple winning streaks. They haven't let losses stack up. And they're trying to catch the Westside Woolly Mammoths. You see their record in the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers at 16-18 aren't too far behind. In the playoff format, a little different here in the USPBL, the way it works. So when the playoffs start, 3 plays 4. So if the season ended today, you see the Beavers would play the Unicorns. Winner would go on to play the Diamond Hoppers, who are in second place, and then the winner of that game would play in the championship against the Westside Woolly Mammoth. So every spot in these standings really will mean a lot, and every game going to be that much more imperative coming down the stretch. Only about 10 or so games left for the rest of these teams, so not a lot of time to make mistakes. Diamond Hoppers will be on the field first. Let's take a look at how they line up defensively. Sponsored, as always, by the Three Dimensional Services Group. In left field, Joe Califoot, Anthony Flores, as I mentioned, in center field, Bryant Schellenbarger out in right. Up the middle, Alex Puppet short, Luis Acevedo at second. They are a smooth fielding duo up the middle for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. Joe Burke at first base, Todd Maddox again at the hot corner, and Whit Hughes will be receiving for James Cole, the lefty. Well, both managers have met at home plate. The Eastside Diamond Hoppers are being announced. The band ready out in center field here at 90s night. Beavers and Diamond Hoppers coming up next here on the USPBL Network.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and discover the funner you hidden within you. The you that doesn't think about adult things and stuff. Ashley, I don't want to hear anything about your car registration when we're at Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
The you want to be. Let the Dave & Buster's method illuminate you. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
You dreamed of starting a company, not an HR department, but your business has grown fast, and so have the complexities of payroll and taxes, benefits administration, and other HR functions. That's why your business needs a professional employer organization like Tryon Solutions. Tryon provides businesses of all sizes access to top-tier healthcare and employee benefit plans. With Tryon, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTryon.com.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Make your move with a quick and easy mortgage from Genesis Credit Union. We have mortgages to fit your life. Genesis Credit Union. Visit us today.
You hear about the promo that Jimmy's John's got going on? 5 off 20? How they pulling it off? Magic?
You got David's Copperfields in there?
Show yourself, Copperfield!
Jimmy John's. $5 off orders of 20 or more.
National anthem played and starting lineup announced here on 90s night, the USPBL network. The Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers taking on the Eastside Diamond Hoppers tonight. Brady Beaton, I'll be with you solo all night long. Should be a fun game. Beavers have been playing well as of late. Saw in the pregame. Talked with Beavers pitcher Michael Esposito about their mini two-game winning streak, which has helped them right the ship a bit, but the Diamond Hoppers, well, it's an argument between them and the Westside Woolly Mammoths on who has been the hottest team in the United Shores Professional Baseball League. 8-2 in their last 10, and James Cole looking to keep it going. The southpaw, he will come at you with a 5-pitch repertoire. He will throw the 2 and 4 seam fastball, a curveball, slider, and changeup. So the lefty for the Hoppers trying to keep this momentum going. They've been playing well as of late. Again, at one point, they were 10 and 14. They were in the basement of the standings. But Ryan Kotke's squad has refocused, and with mostly the same guys, talking to him before the game, looking at who he's had and who he had at the beginning of the year, especially position player-wise, guys that are coming up to the plate, playing the field. It's been a lot of the same guys that got off to the hot start, then struggled. Has been a streaky team. They have a couple weeks where they're playing lights out, a couple weeks where they struggle to find it. Leading off for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, it'll be Chris Davis, Christian Ortega, and J.D. Stubbs. Thank you so much for joining us on a Thursday night here in downtown Utica, Michigan. Wherever you may be watching from, I hope it's as beautiful there as it is here. Been a sunny day, a bit windy here tonight as you see the fans getting ready for first pitch. Wind is blowing out fairly strong. You can see the flags in the top right corner over top of our pavilion. Blowing out to right center field. So those lefties, if they can get underneath one, get it to carry. And this is a ballpark where the ball doesn't carry a ton. Chris Davis comes to the plate. And again, a guy that has just been the model of consistency for the Beavers at the top of the order. That's one thing John Dombrowski has not had to worry about. The lefty-lefty matchup starts off with a first pitch fastball for strike one, and we are underway here at Jimmy John's Field. Oh, one misses, 1-1. And the numbers back up everything anyone will tell you about Chris Davis. Third in the league in batting average. Top 5 in slugging percentage and on-base percentage. Goes with the OPS. And you go to the counting stats, he's up there as well. Second in RBIs, first in hits. Basically, any batting stat, Chris Davis, his name appears. He has been as steady as they come. The 2-1. Change up in the dirt. 3-1. That wind really starting to pick up. I don't know if you can hear it over the broadcast, but down the left field side, you can hear the trees really whipping around as the 3-1 fouled off. Been as windy of a day as we have had here at Jimmy John's Field. Count is full. Cole gets the look. Popped up, and Chris Davis going to battle. Well, Cole will have to throw at least 7 pitches to the leadoff batter, Chris Davis. Even if he fails to reach base, that's what you want to see from your leadoff man. Payoff pitch once again. Fly ball right field. Going back, Schellenbarger, he runs out of room, and Chris Davis leads off the game with a bang, carries the hill in right. 1-0 Beavers. He battled, and he did not miss it. Fastball at the knees. Davis got the barrel around and, well, used that jet stream we were just talking about. All smiles from Chris Davis and his teammates. As James Cole has to figure out a way to settle down. First pitch, half-hearted hack from Ortega. While the wind, I think, put a little bit of style points on that one, I think on most days, Chris Davis is trotting around the bases. That was his 6th of the year, by the way. Puts him in sole possession of second place, only behind Joe Burke of the Diamond Hoppers. Breaking ball in on the hands of Ortega moves the count to 2-1. Projected distance of that home run, 382. Jimmy John's Field favors lefties slightly, I'd say. Have the higher wall in left. Ortega looking to continue his hot streak from last weekend, and he works another full count. Only 2 batters faced so far for James Cole, and he's had to throw a lot of pitches. Patient approach from the first 2 men in the Beavers lineup. Cole looks in, comes set. 3-2. Wave and a miss, and Hughes was able to scoop it up, throws down to first anyway. Doesn't matter. Ortega out with the swinging punch out. Nobody on, 1 away for J.D. Stubbs. Another lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch swinging for Stubbs. Fouls it high, perhaps playable. Lands in play, but Maddox unable to get there in time. Infield slightly shifted for Stubbs to pull. You see the shortstop Pup standing just to the left of second base. Acevedo just with his heels on the outfield grass. The 0-1, breaking ball away, 1-1. With Cole not having overpowering stuff, expecting the lefty to get out in front. Take it to the pull side. Ball and strike for Stubbs. Misses away with the off speed once again. Playing to pull, working the outside part of the plate. Cole looks in. Hard ground ball, Acevedo. Fields it on the waist high hop, sidearms to first. Stubbs is retired. A nice bounce back for James Cole after giving off the leadoff home run to Chris Davis. Ortega punches out and J.D. Stubbs bounces out. Malik Bolin comes up to bat and he can spin to win as well. A lot of power out of the cleanup spot for him. He's hit 5 over the fence this year. He was tied with Chris Davis until about 5 minutes ago. Big hack of the first pitch fastball. That was a chest-high challenge pitch to start off the at-bat. Cole settles in. Can't pick that low outside corner. Not a bad pitch. Better take from Bolin. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Cole looks in. Minimize the damage here in the first. Too low. Count evens at 2 aside for Bolin. Two balls, 2 strikes. Cole delivers. Weak tapper to third. Maddox fields on the glove side, throws across, and retires Bolin. Chris Davis starts off the inning with the bang. Solo shot to put the Beavers on top. And then Cole retires the next 3 batters in order. We've played half an inning, 1-0 Beavers. Diamond Hoppers looking to answer in the bottom of the first. You're watching the USPBL Network.
They call me Prospects. Since the day I was born as a diver's watch, the challengers of the world have taught me many things. Life is not a numbers game. It's about challenging ourselves. No matter what happens, just follow your heart. These pioneers drive our generation forward, not by setting records, but by never giving up. Keep going forward. Prospects.
Available at Lucido Fine Jewelry.
At Ascension, Michigan, we're committed to being your first choice for healthcare. Our nationally recognized heart program is the leader throughout Michigan in minimally invasive heart valve procedures. For joint replacement, spine, and cancer care, patients choose our specialists for advanced care and treatment. And we also excel in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Back here at Jimmy John's Field, coming to the bottom of the first inning. Beavers already up 1-0, courtesy of Chris Davis. As the Eastside Diamond Hoppers come to bat, let's take a look at how the Beavers are aligned defensively, presented by the Three-Dimensional Services Group. In the outfield, left to right, Luke Stevenson, Chris Davis, Ray Hilbrick. On the infield, at the hot corner, Christian Ortega. Ben Wilcoxon will be at short. Marcus Judd over at second. J.D. Stubbs at first. And Alex Crump will be doing the catching for Greg Luukkonen. He's coming out on the mound with a 1-0 lead, as I mentioned, thanks to the Chris Davis home run. But the Eastside Diamond Hoppers have been able to hit. Luis Acevedo, Noah Marcoux, Joe Burke due up in the bottom of the first for the Hoppers. Greg Luukkonen, a unfamiliar face to some of these batters. He, again, played in the league in years past, but only 6 innings of work in this season. Southpaw into the windup, first pitch fastball. Touches 90 for strike 1 on the outer black. Another pitch right on the outside part of the plate. Luukkonen, just 3 pitches, a 4-seamer, a changeup, and a knuckle curve. On with the fast stuff 3 times in a row. to Acevedo. The 1-2. Out in front, swing and a miss. Change up had Acevedo lunging. Noah Marcoux comes up to bat. Noah Marcoux swings and chops the first ball foul. When he's been in the lineup, he's been dangerous. He's played in about half the games. He's 15 games played. In those games, he's batted .380 with a .580 slugging percentage. His OPS is over 1,000. Problem for him has just been getting healthy and being on the field, because when he is, he might be most feared hitter in this league. The only problem is, again, getting in the batter's box. 1-1 to Marcoux. Like that knuckle curve away. 1-2. That's a beautifully placed pitch. Breaking away from the lefty. Heading the count 1-2. Luukkonen. Fastball. Dots the knees. Back-to-back punch-outs for Greg Luukkonen. And he is looking comfortable here in the first. 2 up, 2 down, both via the punch-out. Joe Burke coming up to bat. And talk about a guy that's been on a tear lately. He has basically doubled his home run total in the last 2 weeks. Has a league-leading 8. And has just been mashing. Big reason why the Diamond Hoppers have been winning. Luukkonen looking for a quiet first. Evens the count at 1 aside. One. Line shot right at Ben Wilcoxon. Nice piece of swinging for Joe Burke. Goes unrewarded. Diamond Hoppers go down in order in the first. 1-0 Beavers. Head to the top of the second. You're watching the USPBL Network.
Slide into a new home. Work with a local mortgage pro who works for you. Get a cheaper, faster, easier home loan. Find a mortgage broker near you today at findamortgagebroker.com.
With a transforming world, we can see how drastically the world is heading towards automation. And so, we need 24/7 surveillance and security systems for our homes and businesses to avoid any theft or breach of privacy. JARPCOM brings the installation of security cameras to the tip of your fingers with our state-of-the-art mobile app. JARPCOM also provides surveillance monitoring of your entire property with flexible options that offer a dependable solution to be scaled to fit any domestic or commercial need. Contact JARPCOM today for a free estimate at 800-369-0374 or look us up on the web at jarpcom.com.
Thirsty Thursday here at Jimmy John's Field. 1-0 Beavers on top of the Diamond Hoppers. 5, 6, 7 coming up in their lineup. Ray Hilbrick, Luke Stevenson, Marcus Judd. As there you see the Fraser High School marching band getting ready for the upcoming school year. Now there's probably a lot of teachers and students out there watching in denial, hoping it doesn't come back that quickly, but almost to that point. So we get to the middle of August. Days, unfortunately, get a little shorter. But until that time comes, we still have some USPBL baseball. As James Cole coming out for a second inning of work after giving up the leadoff bomb to Chris Davis. Hilbrick kicks around some dirt as we get the rest of the band off the field. Now we are ready to go here in the second inning. Cole works out of the stretch at all times. Bounces the first one in. First inning, Cole did struggle a little bit to find that first pitch strike. But I like the way he responded after the leadoff home run. Set the next three down in order. Pitches like that were a reason why. Picks the low outside corner. Ball and a strike. Southpaw delivers. Misses away with the breaking ball. 2-1. And these Beavers have been very patient through the first half of their lineup. Working that pitch count up of Cole. 2-1. Nibbled at the corner but couldn't find it. 3 balls and a strike. Three one. Misses outside. Leadoff man reaches via the base on balls. Brings up Luke Stevenson in left field tonight. Also a catcher for the Beavers. And he has been a guy that's been, well, all or nothing with his at-bats. Luke Stevenson on the year has 7 hits. 6 of them have been extra base knocks. So when he makes contact, he makes contact. First pitch, wave and a miss. The off speed. Like the change. Oh, and 2 on Stevenson. Throw over. Oh, and 2 to Stevenson. Runner on first, Hilbrick. Breaking ball. Just missed the knees. That's a nasty 1-2 pitch. And that's a tough take for Stevenson. Have to tip the cap to him. One, two, fastball high and away. And went breaking ball at the knees, fastball high and away. See what Cole comes with here. Obviously would love the ground ball. Try and turn it, negate the leadoff walk. 2-2. Defensive swing from Stevenson just stays alive. Hilbrick off of first. Cole looks over, delivers. Misses low and inside, and the count runs full. Another deep count for James Cole against these Beaver batters. Three, 2. Strike 3 called. Stevenson thought it was ball 4. Instead, he'll have to take the long, lonely walk back to the dugout. Cole with the second strikeout of the night. First looking. Brings up the second baseman, Marcus Judd. Runner on, one away in the top of the second inning. 1-0. Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers on top of the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. You're on 90s night at Jimmy John's Field. If you hear the walk-up songs, most of them, if not all, have been 90s songs. Guys, changing it up for the theme tonight is Judd watches ball one go below the knees. High pop-up, shallow center field. Flores comes in, gloves it for out number 2. Now 2 away, brings up the catcher, Alex Crump. Judd out on his front foot, pops out. And James Cole looking for a repeat of the first inning. First runner didn't go so great. The home run in the first, a walk here in the second. Looking to retire the next 3 batters in order. Throw over to first, back in standing, Hilbrick. First of 3 possible disengagements, however. If you disengage a third time and do not record an out, that constitutes a balk. Fastball misses away, 1-0. Fastball again, not overpowering for Cole. Has to use the art of pitching. Use that fastball, make it seem faster with the off speed. Second throw over, and they got Hilbrick. Went in standing, and he's picked off to end the frame. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Beavers here on the USPBL Network.
Check your checking. If your account doesn't get you pumped, amped, or geeked, make the switch to Genius Checking from Genesis Credit Union. It's just genius.
We're the financial champion of Michiganders. Whether you're a goal-getter or dream chaser, an empty nester, or up-and-comer, anyone in Michigan can bank with us. Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union.
When it's time for baseball, it's time for beer. Two Hearted Ale has been named the #1 beer in America for the past 4 years by members of the American Home Brewers Association. Play ball with the best. Two Hearted Ale, the iconic American IPA from Bell's Brewery, Comstock, Michigan. Please drink responsibly. 1-0. Beavers on top of the Eastside Diamond Hoppers here in the bottom of the second inning. Bryant Schellenbarger, Joe Califoot, Anthony Flores due up. Fans settling in on a thirsty Thursday. As Greg Luukkonen had a very peaceful first inning, a couple of strikeouts and a line out. First pitch to Bryant Schellenbarger. Misses the low outside corner, 1-0. Wind has died down a little bit. It's turned more from a breeze out to a crosswind. Schellenbarger way out on the front foot. 1-1. Ground ball to the right side goes foul. 1-2. Luukkonen looking for strikeout number 3. The southpaw delivers. Catch it. No, doesn't find the corner. That's a heck of a pitch by Greg Luukkonen. Schellenbarger with new life. Chops one high to the right side. Stubbs flips over to Luukkonen. Had to throw an extra pitch, but gets the result he was looking for, the out. Goes in the book as a 3-1 ground out. Nobody on with one away as Joe Califoot comes up to bat. Califoot, and a very solid bat all year. Just a tick below 270 at 269. Luukkonen delivers. Finds that outer portion of the plate. Maybe a generous call for Luukkonen. 0-2. Luukkonen works into the windup, the 0-2. Line drive, base hit into right field. Luukkonen out in front of that one. And he barreled it up for a base hit. First base runner of the game for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers aboard. 1 on, 1 away. As JJ, the bat dog, gets his round of applause. Every second inning when you hear that big round. That's his first shift of the day. And the crowd always enjoys it. First pitch called strike on Anthony Flores. Was near the hands, but he crowds the plate so much, there's not a lot of room between the hands and the plate. Ground ball to third, hops over the bag, fair, and Ortega can just knock it down. Can't do anything with it. An infield hit for Anthony Flores. Brings up Alex Pup, 2 on, only 1 away. Diamond Hoppers looking to get the run back that they gave up in the first. Luukkonen going to have to pitch out of a bit of a jam. Overpowering fastball. First pitch of the at-bat, got it by Pup. 89 on the gun. Maybe chased it a bit as well. Luukkonen settles, delivers. Middle for strike 2. Now, right now, maybe you go with that knuckle curve or a changeup below the knee. See if you can find something for Pup to just pound into the dirt. The 0-2. Defensive swing, and Pup stays alive. Runner on second, Joe Califoot. Runner on first, Anthony Flores. Back-to-back singles for the Diamond Hoppers have them in business here in the bottom of the second, trailing 1-0. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the off-speed away. Luukkonen finds his third punch-out of the day. Brings up the catcher, Whit Hughes. Whit Hughes watches ball 1 go by in the dirt, 1-0. Been hitting better as of late, as that average up over the Mendoza line. Been putting together Few nice games in a row. And hitting can be contagious. See other guys starting to see the ball well. It's a fight at the bat rack. 1-0 misses away, 2-0. Two and 0 to Whit Hughes. Good hitters count with a runner in scoring position. Fly ball left field deep. Stevenson goes back and it's over the left field fence. 3-run blast for Whit Hughes. Diamond Hoppers on top in the second. A frozen rope clothesline for Whit Hughes, 102 off the bat, when a projected 373. And the Diamond Hoppers are excited, as they should be. I don't think that ball ever got more than about 10, 15 feet off the ground. It was just a clothesline over that left field wall. 3-1 Hoppers in the second. Brings up Todd Maddox. Two and 0 to Maddox. Luukkonen. It's a fly ball to center field, deep but playable for Chris Davis. Brings it in deep in the right center gap for the third and final out, but not before the Diamond Hoppers leap in front thanks to the Whit Hughes 3-run blast. We've played 2, Diamond Hoppers 3, Beavers 1. You're watching the USPBL Network.
We're for people. The pioneers, the underdogs, the players, and the slow and steadies. We're for people, for who they are and who they could become. Yes, we're a bank, and some say our business is all about money, but that's an old idea. Because look past the money, and you'll see real human lives. We see it, because we're for people. Huntington, welcome.
Top of the third, and the offenses have been the ones dominating in the early part of the ball game. 3-1 Diamond Hoppers on top of the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. As it's 7, 8, 9 due up. Excuse me, 8-9-1 rather. Crump, Wilcoxon, and Davis. Crump came up to bat last time, but when Hilbrick was picked off, he'll have to come back. You see Whit Hughes, he's the reason why the Diamond Hoppers have the lead. Has to be feeling good. Second home run in the last couple of weeks. He has started to pick it up a bit. James Cole, after giving up the leadoff blast, has not given up a hit. And I'm sure having a 2-run cushion relaxes him a little bit. All right, Alex Crump back up to bat. Start with a fresh count. Waves and misses at the first pitch he sees. Cole settles in. The high leg kick delivery misses low. Talked about it a lot, so if you've been watching all season, you know that personally, you see more guys coming from the stretch. And I like that with the pitchers. Less mechanically to mess up, and it doesn't really affect velocity at all. You'll see guys at the major league level work out of the stretch and hit triple digits. James Cole, one of those pitchers that works exclusively out of the stretch. Called strike on the inner part of the plate, 2-2. 2-2 from Cole. Jam shot straight back, stays alive. Two and two. The pitch. Fly ball right field, slicing towards the line. Schellenbarger comes over and makes the catch on the run. Nice job by Schellenbarger to track it into the mitt for out number one. Ben Wilcoxon comes up to bat. Wilcoxon out of the 9 spot. Trying to get the offense jump-started here in the third. First pitch swinging, pops it high, but out of play and foul. Cole back on the mound. Looks into Hughes. The 0-1. Fastball. 86, but missed for ball number 1. Next pitch, low and in with the off speed. 2 balls, 1 strike to the 9-hole hitting shortstop, Ben Wilcoxon. 3-1 Diamond Hoppers here in the top of the third. Fly ball left field. Califoot has a beat on it. Will move over and collides with Flores. Not the best communication, but all's well that ends well, and Flores actually made the play, so put that in your scorebook at home as a F8. And now the lineup will turn over, and Chris Davis, the only Beaver to record a hit, comes up to bat. Boy, did Chris Davis ever get a hold of it last time up. 380-plus feet to right field. Believe on the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off a couple of 3-2 pitches and took a fastball at the knees over the fence. See the soft stuff coming to the power-hitting lefty. 1 ball, 1 strike. And with 2 away, if you walk Chris Davis, I know he's fast and he can swipe a bag. But that might not be the worst-case scenario. Swing and a miss. Chris Davis looking for the heater. And the encore performance, Cole pulled the string on him. One, two. Strike three, called, dots the outside part of the plate. Chris Davis goes down with the backwards K, and the Beavers go down in order. Davis, our fifth third out of the game. 3-1 Diamond Hoppers on top of the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. And now, middle of the third inning, we'll see JJ, the field general, go to work as
First State Bank.
he keeps our base umpire hydrated. JJ, the water boy, always sponsored by Michigan First Credit Union. And there he is, delivering the water and getting a treat for all his works. JJ always hard at work here at Jimmy John's Field. Look how patient he is. I need to get some treats up here so he can come bring me some water. Now he'll bring it back and he'll get a little bit of play time. JJ, the biggest fan favorite here at the USPBL. He took it far enough. On Thursday, August 3rd, the Mammoths wore custom jerseys featuring their Bad to the Bone logo, which fans can bid on now through noon this Saturday, August 12th. The auction link is 32auctions.com/BTTB. You see it on your screen right now. 50% of all proceeds from this online auction will benefit Michigan Special Olympics, our state's largest sports organization for people with intellectual disabilities. The Woolly Mammoths Bad to the Bone line has quickly become a fan favorite here and at the USPBL, so there's plenty of other Bad to the Bone merchandise available for purchase. We can check those out as well. You see right there, it is a beautiful looking jersey and logo. One of my personal favorites as well. There you see the Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers Garage. One of the fan favorite hangouts as we head to the bottom of the third. Top of the order, due up for the Diamond Hoppers. Acevedo, Marcoux, and Burke went down in order back in the first inning. First pitch from Luukkonen, a called strike. Oh, 1 fouled back. The 0-2, high ground ball up the middle. Wilcoxon Fields throws to first, and one infielder grounds out to the other. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Noah Marcoux went down looking in his inaugural plate appearance. Lefty-lefty matchup. Watches strike one go by. Oh, 1. Low and away, 1-1. Luukkonen works with a pretty good pace, doesn't waste time, especially with no one on base. Had Marcoux and Knotts. Wasn't sure if he wanted to swing or not. Count goes to 1-2. Time called by Marcoux right before Luukkonen worked into the windup. And when you get a guy in a rhythm, that's a good use of your one time out, especially with 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, low and away, 2-2. 2-2. Check, swing, foul ball. Marcoux stays alive. Live to see another pitch. Luukkonen into the windup, the pitch. Line drive, base hit into right field. Marcoux battles, eventually wears down Luukkonen for his first hit of the night. 1 on, 1 away as Joe Burke comes up to bat. Had a heck of a swing his last time up. But again, baseball can be a cruel one. Hit it right at Ben Wilcoxon. Sure, Ryan Kottke, when he got back in the dugout, said, do not change a thing from that last swing. Backdoor breaking ball. Just nips that outside corner. 0-1. Same spot for strike 2, and Burke, don't think agreed with it. He'll use his timeout. Oh, and 2, and they have worked Burke away. Luukkonen comes set, checks over at first for Marcoux, the 0-2. Wave and a miss, had him out in front with the off speed. 3 pitches, all that's needed to dispatch Joe Burke. 4th strikeout of the day for Luukkonen. As some share will play up Bryant Schellenbarger. Grounded out to the right side last time. Schellenbarger came into tonight just a bit over 280 on the year. One and 0. Luukkonen delivers and had Schellenbarger off balance. Tried to hold up the swing, could tell he had committed too much. Breaking ball caught a lot of the zone. Schellenbarger was, well, looked like he was looking for the hard stuff. 1-1. Breaking ball again, but this one misses. 2-1. The ball is 1 strike. 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-run lead for the Diamond Hoppers. 2-1. Knuckle curve away. 3-1. Three and 1. Good hitters count for Schellenbarger. Ground ball right side, hops up, knocked down by Judd, picks up with the bare hand and still retires Schellenbarger. Judd bobbled it for a moment, stuck with it, and the Diamond Hoppers are retired. Marcoux with a single, but nothing more. We've played 3 innings, 3-1. Diamond Hoppers on top. You're watching the USPBL Network.
First State Bank is a locally owned and operated business. We're part of your community. At fsbcares.com, you'll find ways that we're making a difference by featuring locally owned and operated businesses, providing access to helpful financial resources, and engaging with community. fsbcares.com is part of our commitment to the neighborhood, Because strong neighbors mean stronger communities. Where good neighbors do great things. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
We're the financial champion of Michiganders. Whether you're a goal getter or dream chaser, an empty nester, or up-and-comer, anyone in Michigan can bank with us. Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union.
Fifth Third Extra Time helps you do you better. So kick back and relax. You have extra time to avoid overdraft fees. Fifth Third Extra Time. This is banking a Fifth Third better.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and reset our life around zapping stuff and cheering for stuff with your friends. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
Two, 3, 4 due up for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers here in the fourth. 3-1 Diamond Hoppers on top, so the Beavers chasing a bit. James Cole out for his 4th inning of work. Ortega struck out swinging his first time up. Fastball gets the 4th started, missed up the ladder too high. One-0. Breaking ball too far inside, a bit low as well. Dealer's choice to make it 2-0. Not a bad pitch, but doesn't get the call. 3-0. Was up high. Ortega listed at 6'4". Trying to find that, and another borderline pitch goes Ortega's way, works the 4-pitch walk. Anytime we talk about the strike zone, it's usually the top of the strike zone that is has the most gray area. Everyone knows knees, width of the plate, but some people give it middle of the chest, some bottom. And when you don't have letters across the chest to kind of give that rough estimate, like with the Diamond Hopper uniform, you can see right there on Cole, it says Diamond Hoppers right across. Whether umpires do it or not, sometimes that can be the subconscious barometer for the top of the zone. First pitch to Stubbs is grounded foul, but when you have a uniform like the Beavers, you can kind of see with Stubbs, they just have the Beaver emblem on the left side. There's no straight line or, again, subconscious barometer for that top of the zone. 0-1 misses in the dirt. Hughes does a good job staying in front of it. One ball, one strike, leadoff man on in the form of Christian Ortega. Healthy lead over at first. Goes back, Ortega just gets the right hand in. Well, start on the way back. Was not a smooth slide, but he got the right hand in. Remember, Cole already picked off Hilbrick to end the 2nd inning. 1-1. Fouled down the left field line. Slices into the green umbrella area. Someone going home with a souvenir. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cole looking for strikeout number 4 on the day. The 1-2. Rung too high up the ladder. Evens the count at 2 aside. Two. Breaking ball away, 3-2. Cole has had to labor a bit even through some of his outs. Beaver batters have worked deep into the lineup. Three-two. Fouled straight back. Fastball came in at 86, challenged him up high. Stubbs at least stays alive. Payoff pitch once again. Ortega on first after the leadoff walk. The 3-2. Lazy fly ball to center field. Pup tracks back, brings it in for out number 1. Malik Bolin comes up to bat. Cole looks for that double play ball. Bolin a healthy hack at a fastball. Caught a lot of the plate for strike 1. Oh, 1 popped up. Oh, 2 to Bolin. 3 of the first 4 innings, Beavers have managed to get the leadoff man aboard. Chris Davis homered to start off the game. And the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers haven't recorded a hit since. Been a couple of walks. Breaking ball low, 1-2. Hilbrick led off the second with a walk, and Ortega, who's standing at first, led off the fourth. Healthy lead for Ortega. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big exhale from Cole. He delivers. Misses away. I think Cole put that right where he wanted to. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball left field. Bolin tagged it going back Califoot, and he makes the catch at the wall. Didn't quite have enough. Bolin was about 3 feet away from tying this game. Instead, just out number 2. Brings up Ray Hilbrick. First pitch to Ray Hilbrick misses for ball 1. A little bit of action, just preliminary stuff as you have Justin Silva warming up. He's stretching a bit. Cole seems to be in control of the inning. Runner on first, 2 away. 1-0 misses away, 2-0. Cole comes set. Throws over to first. Ortega back in sliding. Two and 0 to Hilbrick. No official at bat yet as he turns on the 2-0, hits it deep. Flores going back, settles underneath of it in deep center field. Couple of hard hit balls for Bolin and Hilbrick, but nothing more for the Beavers. Played 3-1 Diamond Hoppers, as we will keep it right here. As I'm told it is Forrest Gump time. It is 90s night. Maybe no movie more popular than Forrest Gump in the 1990s. And there you see him. And he is running. He's running and running, and he's just going to keep on running. You know, if you see him on Hall Road here in Utica, oh no, he's going up to the upper deck. The fans love him. Running all over Jimmy John's field. I'm sure he'll find his way around the rest of Southeast Michigan. Don't think that one fan was expecting Forrest Gump to run by him. Anyway, I digress. Back to the baseball. 3-1 Diamond Hoppers. Joe Califoot leads us off. Greg Luukkonen on the mound for his 4th inning of work. The 0-1. Popped up, playable. Ortega comes over, makes the long run, and brings it in. Just shy of the fence. 4 out, number 1. Anthony Flores up to bat, singled. Hit a soft ground ball that hopped over the third base bag, and there was really nothing that Ortega could have done. First pitch fouled away. Oh, 1 misses away, 1-1. The 1-1. Ground ball to the left side. Wilcoxon scoops it up, throw across the diamond, hops, but not in time. Second hit of the day for Anthony Flores. Neither have left the infield. He reaches with 1 away in the 4th. Alex Pup struck out swinging his first time up. Luukkonen delivers. Popped it up right side. Could be trouble. Stubbs goes back. Judd dives, but he can't get to it. And it's a bloop single for Alex Pup. A couple of nice pitches from Luukkonen, but better luck bestowed upon the Diamond Hoppers, and Judd laid out for it. He hustled, taking a second to gather himself after back-to-back singles. Marcus Judd just taking a minute, and he's heading to the dugout. Oh, it looks like his glasses broke. We'll see if we can get Marcus some new glasses, or if he has a backup pair with him. Hate to see that on such a high effort play. Runners on first and second, 1 away. We're in the bottom of the 4th, 3-1 Diamond Hoppers. Whit Hughes at the plate, and he's the reason why it's 3-1. Put a blast over the left field wall. Each side has hit a home run. The problem for the Beavers, it was a solo shot for them, and Hughes did it with a couple of runners on base. 0-1. Wave and a miss out in front. Quickly 0-2. Luukkonen can go with just about whatever he'd like. Try to go for the strikeout. Maybe get Witt to chase, bounce into a double play. In command of this at-bat. Pitch misses, and stealing third, Flores. He stole that on Luukkonen, found he was getting in a rhythm. Runners on the corners. Now if Hughes can just shorten up a bit, put one in the air, give Flores at least a chance to score on a sac fly. A 1-2. Wave and a miss. Had him out in front with the breaking ball. After taking Luukkonen deep in the first at bat, Greg bounces back, answers back with the punch out. He has 5 on the day. Todd Maddox comes to the plate. Slide out to center field his first time up. Throw down to first, and Crump tried to catch Pup leaning off of first. You don't usually see the back pick on the trail runner. That's exactly what Crump thought he had Pup sleeping. One 0. Misses low and away, 2-0. Runners on the corners, 2 away. Diamond Hoppers trying to add to their lead in the 4th. Southpaw Luukkonen comes set. Throw over. Pup back in, standing. Doesn't seem like there's anyone stirring in the Beavers bullpen. They're going to try to get some length out of Luukkonen. Jam shot foul. And when you look at the anatomy of Luukkonen's outing, 3 runs on 6 hits through 3 2/3 inning is not a great line score in a vacuum. But you look at some of the hits. Flores with a couple of infield singles. Pup with a bloop hit. Take those away, and again, it's baseball. Everything will work itself out in the long term, and you can't just erase things. But 3 weak hits, and one of them led to a run scored on the Whit Hughes home run. So that's where it compounds. And now here in the 4th, if Maddox can find a base knock, it'll compound again. Check swing, no swing. That's ball 4. First free pass of the day given out by Greg Luukkonen. Lineup turns over. Luis Acevedo up to bat. Acevedo up to bat with the bases loaded, 2 away in the 4th. Puts one on the ground into left field for a 2-out knock. 1 run in to score. Pup being waved around the throw, sails over both the catcher and the pitcher. 3rd run coming in, and it's a 3-run at bat for Luis Acevedo. 6-1 Hoppers here in the 4th. Well, if I'm putting my scorer's cap on, believe I'm going to put that down. You give Luis Acevedo credit for a 2 RBI single, He drove in both Flores, and I think Pup gets there anyway, even if the throw's on line. But along with that, charge an error to Luke Stevenson, who sailed the throw a bit from left, and that's what caused Maddox to come around and score. Noah Marcoux quickly down 0-2. Diamond Hoppers have busted it open here in the fourth. The 0-2, solid contact but fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes to Noah Marcoux, looking for his second hit of the evening. Curve ball and a defensive swing fouls it straight back. Oh, 0-2. Diamond Hoppers put up 3 in the second and 3 here in the fourth. Another run stands right there in Luis Acevedo. The 0-2 misses away. 1-2. One and two. Luukkonen delivers. Breaking ball, caught Marcoux, and he knew it. Sets him down with the backwards K, but not before the damage was done. 3 runs came in to score on the Luis Acevedo single into left. 6-1 Diamond Hoppers. We head to the 5th here on the USPBL Network.
We build roads, bridges, wind farms, and pipelines, schools to skyscrapers. Our members create monuments. We operate. We're the operators and mechanics behind the advanced heavy machines that move Michigan forward. We maintain boilers and HVAC. Our members run the complex heating and cooling systems that we all depend on. Our training is second to none, and safety is our priority. We are Operating Engineers 324, and we keep Michigan running.
What are the odds that we're neighbors, where you've known each other our whole lives, and both tear the exact same things in the exact same knee?
So an ACL tear is an injury to the main stabilizing structure of the knee.
You want a good team around you, because then you know that what you're doing is going to help you in the long run.
My message to everyone who's helped me, thank you so much, because you guys helped me progress so much.
Also hearing it from a friend that's went through the exact same thing, I think sort of helps that know that there's a bright side at the end.
Middle innings here at Jimmy John's Field, and the Beavers have some work to do. 6-1 Diamond Hoppers here in the top of the 5th. Have to find a way to chip away at this deficit. Luke Stevenson, Marcus Judd, and Alex Crump come up to bat. As we have a new arm on the mound from the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. Justin Silva, big man at 6'3", 230. Only had 1 outing, thrown an inning and a third, did pick up the win, gave up a hit and gave up a walk. Only a 3-pitch mix. His primary will be the slider, so he'll be using that off speed more. He has the 4-seam fastball and a split finger. Silva, big, strong righty. See some of the snacks at Jimmy John's Field. Little easier coming out of the pen when you have a 5-run cushion. makes life a lot easier. So James Cole, his final line is actually not going to look too bad. After giving up the leadoff home run to Chris Davis, you thought, uh-oh, could be a long night. Maybe they have him figured out. Doesn't give up another hit. Ends up striking out 3. Walks just a pair. And just the one hit. So not a bad night at all for James Cole. Putting the Diamond Hoppers in a position to pick up yet another win. Climb within a half game of the Westside Woolly Mammoths. It's now in the hands of Justin Silva. And the righty will face Luke Stevenson, Marcus Judd, and Alex Crump. Stevenson went down looking his first time up. Pitch misses up high, ball 1. Fastball misses high and in. 2-0 to Stevenson. And got to be careful with him. When you do make a mistake and Stevenson connects, he makes you pay in a big way. Slider. Check swing, no swing. There's a reason why Silva likes that slider. Gets about 2+ feet of break. So wherever it starts, it ends up 2 or more feet away from where it looks like coming out of the hand. Fastball misses. Stevenson works an easy 4-pitch walk. Here comes Marcus Judd. Flied out to center field last time. The glasses-less Marcus Judd. Lost them trying to make a play earlier as a breaking ball. Ooh, that started behind Judd and ended up in front of him. And you can see he wasn't really expecting that. That started behind Judd and ended up, it was a ball, don't get me wrong. But it was closer than it had any right to be out of the hand. Fastball down the pipe for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Runner on first, Luke Stevenson. 6-1 Diamond Hoppers in the 5th. Wave and a miss at that slider. Have it down as 26 inches of break. Standard baseball bat, about 33 or 34 inches. Just for reference. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. Wave and a miss. That slider again got Judd swinging. Brings up Alex Crump. Now as Crump flied out to center field. But Silva, once he's found his, it looked like he maybe wasn't warmed up all the way when he came in to face Stevenson. Missed with 4 fairly non-competitive pitches. Crump coming set. First pitch breaking ball misses low, 1-0. One thing I do find remarkable is, yes, the batters have to adjust. Yes, the catcher has to adjust. But the umpire has to get used to it too. If he hasn't seen Silva before, you're not expecting a slider to break over 2 feet. Heading down to second, Stevenson to throw the tag. They got him. Hughes put it on a dime. Stevenson had a good jump. Didn't matter. Now there's quickly 2 away here in the 5th. Picked a bad pitch to go on. The fastball, the 1-1. Breaks through the front door, and again, that pitch is starting at the back or behind Crump. And then it breaks for a strike. That time it caught him. Tried to get too cute with it, and Crump will take the hit by pitch. Maybe with a guy that pitches like this, if you're a right-handed batter, you crowd the plate a little more, try to take away that front door breaking ball. Might have been what Crump did. See, Wilcoxon will crowd the plate as well. Lights are turning on here at Jimmy John's Field. First pitch fastball to Wilcoxon, taken the other way, but foul. Oh, and 1 to Wilcoxon. Slider misses away. 1-1. Been just a 2-pitch mix so far. Don't believe we've seen the splitter. Ball and strike. Justin Silva walked 1, struck 1 out, and hit 1. Slider misses that low outside corner. Crump off of first, healthy lead. Fastball, called strike, 89 on the gun. So you go for a slider with about 2 feet of break in the mid-70s, and you're waiting on it, and then he comes with a nearly 90-mile-per-hour fastball. That's a tough adjustment to make as a hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the 5th. The pitch. Fouled away. Slider breaking away from Wilcoxon. He was able to just get enough of it. Two balls, 2 strikes once again. Silva delivers. Caught him looking. Ended up down the middle of the plate. It started at Wilcoxon's shoulder. Nasty stuff from Justin Silva. It keeps us at 6-1 Diamond Hoppers. We head to the bottom of the 5th here on the USPBL network.
How do these business owners find the time for peace of mind? Because they rely on Tryon to handle difficult and time-consuming HR tasks like payroll, benefits administration, and more. Working with Tryon, one of the nation's top professional employer organizations, provides access to top-tier healthcare and employee benefit plans and its team of attorneys and HR experts. With Tryon, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTryon.com.
Always rely on Tryon.
Fifth Third Bank. Yeah, it's a quirky name. But here's the thing. 5/3 equals 166.7%. So we put 166.7% into everything we do. Like automatically getting you your paycheck up to 2 days early. Giving you well-deserved extra time to avoid overdraft fees. And helping you borrow from your future self. This is banking a Fifth Third better.
Bottom of the 5th. 6-1 Eastside Diamond Hoppers on top of the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. It will be the heart, the meat of the Eastside order coming up. Joe Burke, Bryant Schellenbarger, and Joe Califoot. Greg Lukanen out there for a 5th inning of work. Beavers might be looking for a little bit of distance out of Luukkonen in a non-public game yesterday, a game which they won 5-4. They used 3 pitchers: Verbrugge, Sewell, and Galindo. That might be part of the reason why Luukkonen out for a 5th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to Burke. Line out and a strikeout in his 2 plate appearances. One. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-1. Two-one off speed, ends up over the heart of the plate. Think Burke know he let a good pitch go by. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Luukkonen delivers. Swing and a miss. 87-mile-per-hour fastball got by Burke. Second time he's gone down via the punch-out. 7th time Greg Luukkonen has K'd someone up. And Bryant Schellenbarger comes up to bat. First pitch to Schellenbarger, fastball, dots the outer black for strike 1. Wave and a miss at the off-speed, quickly 0-2 to Schellenbarger. 6-1 Diamond Hoppers in the bottom of the 5th. He used 3 runs in the 2nd and the 4th to get here. Schellenbarger stays alive, keeps the count at 0-2. Oh, 2 popped up. Thought it might have been playable for a second, gets out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 away here in the 5th. Jam shot over to Judd, fields it between the legs, easily retires Schellenbarger. 2 up, 2 down, and Luukkonen trying to work through maybe the most dangerous part of this Hopper lineup. Retire the side in order. Brings up Joseph Califoot, 1 for 2 today with a single. First pitch, called strike. Caught a lot of the plate at 87. The 0-1. Popped up, might be playable, long run, Crump underneath of it, and can't squeeze it. Joseph Califoot with new life. Crump heading back behind the plate. Little upset with himself that he didn't make that play. He's on the run. I think he looked away, didn't quite watch it into the mitt. Luukkonen delivers, can't get him to chase the breaking ball away. 1-2. Ball, 2 strikes. Blooper into right field, and it drops. Califoot made use of the extra life. There's a runner aboard with 2 away. Anthony Flores will get a chance to bat. He singled twice, hasn't left the infield either time. The Hoppers center fielder waits on the first pitch. Jackknifes out of the way for ball 1. One 0 pitch. Too low, 2-0. This is where if you're Greg Luukkonen, if you're the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, you can't let one mistake snowball. Hey, you felt like you may have had out number 3 with the pop out and foul ground. Califoot ends up reaching. Tough break. Now you're down 3-0 to Flores. Find a way to, hey, get out of the inning, hit the reset button. Finally have some action in the Beaver bullpen. They got a lefty warming up down there. Believe that is Cox, but we're have to make 100% sure. It's either going to be him or Esposito. 3-1, breaking ball. Can't find the back door. 2-out walk. Only the second of the day for Luukkonen. And Crump will come out to have a quick word with his pitcher. Brings up Alex Pup. Singled later, came around to score his last time up. Pup, RBI chance to add on to the 6-1 lead in the 5th. First pitch fastball, called strike. Runners on first and second. Fly ball right field should get him out of the inning. Hilbrick settles underneath of it. And the error and the walk don't come back to hurt the Beavers. They get Pup to fly out to right and end the 5th inning. Score stays at 6-1 Diamond Hoppers. We head to the 6th. You're watching the USPBL Network.
We're for people, the pioneers, the underdogs, the players, and the slow and steadies. We're for people, for who they are and who they could become. Yes, we're a bank. And some say our business is all about money. But that's an old idea. Because look past the money, and you'll see real human lives. We see it, because we're for people. Huntington, welcome.
Companies are competing for talent like never before. With the complexities of handling tasks like payroll, benefits administration, and other HR functions, it's easy to see how a professional employer organization like Tryon Solutions makes all the difference. Tryon empowers businesses of all sizes to attract and retain talent by offering access to top-tier healthcare and employee benefit plans. With Tryon, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTryon.com.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Back here at Jimmy John's Field, Thirsty Thursday, 90s night. All sorts of fun going on here in downtown Utica. Diamond Hoppers having a lot of fun. They lead it 6-1 as we enter the 6th. Beavers will send up the top of their order. Will be Chris Davis, Christian Ortega, and J.D. Stubbs. Justin Silva, second inning of work, and first time I've gotten to see Justin Silva pitch live, and boy, did he impress in that first inning. That slider is something that's pretty nasty, and when you have a slider that breaks that much, you don't need your fastball to be anything special. Now, if it is, great, that just adds another weapon you have, but if you have that slider moving, especially to righties, just use that fastball as no pun intended, the changeup pitch. So they're expecting the slider, then you go with the fastball. See if he uses it more to the lefty Davis. First pitch, fastball, just got the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Another fastball here to Davis. We did not see the splitter utilized at all in the fifth. You can see right there, pretty big hands for Silva. That helps throw an effective splitter. You know what he comes with. And there it is. That slider broke in on the hand. 22 inches of break, and that was one of the least effective ones, or at least ones with the least amount of break. And go through the back door. Couldn't quite find it. 2-2 to Davis. Hughes sets up. Calling for a pitch. Bit up. Couldn't find it. 3-2. Chris Davis works another long at bat. His leadoff home run came with the full count. Start the game. It's been the only hit the Beavers have mustered. The 3-2. Ball 4, and Davis is aboard. Usually have to worry about his speed. In a 6-1 game, you might not have to worry about him as much. Christian Ortega comes to the plate, has yet to put a ball in play. Struck out swinging his first time, walked his last. First pitch to Ortega. Slider finds the zone. 0-1. Slider popped way up in the air. Pup underneath of it, brings it in on the dirt. First out of the inning is recorded via the pop out. Brings up J.D. Stubbs. Chris Davis on first, one away. 6-1 Diamond Hoppers in the sixth. Stubbs is grounded out and popped out in his pair of at-bats. Wave and a miss, the fastball. And seems to like to throw the fastball to start off lefties. Half-hearted attempt over to first. First disengagement for Silva. 0-1 to Stubbs. Slider doesn't find the edge of the plate. Count evens at 1-1. One ball, one strike. Fastball. No, low and inside, 2-1. Two-one, wave and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chris Davis led the inning off with a walk. Silva looking for that bounce out. Infield playing Stubbs to pull once again, not necessarily in double play depth. Line shot, base hit into right field. Stubbs turned on the fastball. Davis trying to go from first to third. Schellenbarger uncorked one, but way too late as Davis gives the point of approval to Stubbs. Only the second hit of the night for the Beavers. Puts runners at the corners with one away for Malik Bolin. Bolin just missed a deep fly last time up. And it to the warning track and left. First pitch slider misses inside, 1-0. One-0 fastball bounces in. Hughes keeps it in front. Two balls, no strikes. Beavers trying to chip away at this lead. Slider goes behind the backstop, or behind the batter to the backstop. That one slipped out of the hand. 3-0 to Bolin. Stubbs moves up on the wild pitch. Takes the double play out of order. Now, luckily for Silva, the backstop here at the USPBL very short. Foul ground down the line is plentiful. Dime a dozen. But space right behind home plate, not a lot. So if it hits flush, Chris Davis played here for a couple years now. He's smart enough to know not to risk going home, especially with only one out. It was now 3-0 on Bolin. I like that decision to stay. Really taking it to 6-2 or 6-1. Risk isn't worth the reward of trying to move up and score. There's only one away, and Bolin's in a hitter's count. You have Hilbrick coming up next. 3-0, and I almost guarantee Bolin sitting back on this one. He watches strike one go by at the fastball at 87. (3-1). High and in, bases juiced. Couple of walks and a single for the Beavers here in the sixth. Giving them a little bit of life as Ray Hilbrick comes up to bat. Hilbrick has walked and flied out in his two at-bats. First pitch fastball over for a strike. The 0-1 misses away 1-1. Davis on third, Stubbs on second, Bolin on first. If there was ever a time for the Beavers to get back in this game, this is a wide open opportunity. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Hilbrick tardy on the fastball. 1-2. Silva would love a ground ball, but at this juncture, just get an out any way you can. The 1-2 misses. The fastball 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Bases loaded, only one away in the sixth. Silva trying to work himself out of a jam. 2-2. Full count. Silva comes set, the payoff pitch. Fouled off the foot of Silva. Count remains full. Silva trusts his slider in this spot. risk walking him, or do you risk putting one over the plate and potentially a crooked number going up on the board? Three-two, fly ball right field, hooking, foul. Hilbrick got a hold of it. 94 off the bat. Just a bit out in front of the fastball. We will do it again. Davis on third, Stubbs on second, Bolin on first. Beavers trying to get back in. Down 6-1. Now only 6-2 as Hilbrick works the bases loaded walk. Drives in a run, and the bases remain loaded. Luke Stevenson comes up to the plate. He will not face Justin Silva. Ryan Cockey coming out to the mound. Take the ball from Silva. We will get a new arm on the mound. Coming into pitch be Danny Sullivan. He'll try to get out of the jam. Diamond Hoppers lead it 6-2 here in the top of the sixth. And we're watching the USPBL network.
At Ascension, Michigan, we're committed to being your first choice for healthcare. Our nationally recognized heart program is the leader throughout Michigan in minimally invasive heart valve procedures. For joint replacement, spine, and cancer care, patients choose our specialists for advanced care and treatment. And we also excel in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Danny Sullivan trying to clean up the mess he inherits. Bases are loaded with only one away. 6-2. Diamond Hoppers holding on to the lead. Luke Stevenson awaits. Onto the righty-righty matchup. Sullivan forcing fastball, a slider, a curveball, and a splitter. On the year, just 12 innings of work. His ERA is right about where you'd want as a reliever at 1.46. Only problem for him so far, walks to strikeouts, 8 walks to 7 strikeouts. That's not what you want to see. And, well, maybe he's also had a little bit of luck on his side. Batting average against in the 260s. Giving up 12 hits in just the 12 1/3 innings of work. Comes up against Stevenson. Strikeout and a walk tonight. Stubbs on third, Bolin on second, Hilbrick on first. First pitch. Missed just below the knees to Stevenson. Middle infield in double play depth. Nearly catches the left fielder. He spins out of the way, 2-0. 2-0. 3-0. Nowhere to put Stevenson. I can't imagine he's taking the bat off his shoulder. He's going to force Sullivan to throw him a strike. He does. 3-1. Three and one to Stevenson. Fouled off the handle. Counts full. Shot in the gap could bring the Beavers within one. Puts one over the fence. He ties it. The 3-2. Line drive left field. That gets down all the way to the wall. One run in. Bolin behind him, and they hold Hilbrick at third. But when Luke Stevenson makes contact, boy, does he make contact. A 2 RBI double. 6-4 Diamond Hoppers, but the Beavers are putting together a rally here in the sixth. Brings up Marcus Judd, a flyout and a strikeout on the ledger for him. First pitch, breaking ball foul. Nice play by John Dombrowski over at the third base coaching box. Diesel Defenders, he's showing out for the brand. Quick reactions, too. He's down the line a little bit. He didn't have very long to react to that. 0-2 as he fouled that off the mitt of Hughes. There you see him. Always very stoic. Just made a nice play. Show a little emotion. Team's making a comeback. He's even starting to feel it in the field. 0-2 to Marcus Judd. Tying run stands on second. The pitch. Fly ball left field. Should be deep enough to score the run. Califoot sizes it up. Hilbrick tags. No chance to throw, and nearly had Stevenson trying to get a little sneaky moving up to third, but the RBI sac fly for Marcus Judd makes it a one-run game. Judd does the job. Now if Alex Crump can find a base knock, he all knotted up at 6. First pitch to Alex Crump, fouled straight back. 0-1. The 0-1. Fly ball, shallow left field, drops foul. A long run for Califoot. Just to watch it bounce into the bullpen. Been a long inning for Diamond Hopper pitching. Started with a Chris Davis walk. Ortega popped out, then a single from Stubbs. A walk from Bolin. A walk to Hilbrick drove in a run, and that would end the night for Justin Silva. Danny Sullivan comes in, promptly gives up a 2 RBI double to Stevenson, and then Judd, last at bat with a sac fly RBI. 0-2 the count to the catcher, Alex Crump. Watches ball 1. 1-2. But Luke Stevenson on second. He represents the tying run here in the 6th. One, two. Popped high, but not far. Hughes tosses the mask, brings it in, had to turn it over and make a basket catch, but gets out of the inning. 8 Beavers come to the plate. 4 of them come around to score thanks in no small part to Luke Stevenson and his 2 RBI double. Diamond Hoppers still have the lead, but it's just one. 6-5 Diamond Hoppers as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on the USPBL Network.
There are things you can rely on in this world, like your dog being happy to see you, coffee getting you through the day, and the government changing business regulations. And when it comes to navigating those regulations, you can rely on Tryon and its team of attorneys. Tryon can also tackle time-consuming HR tasks like payroll and employee benefits, so you can stay focused on growing your business. With Tryon, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTryon.com.
You can always rely on Tryon.
6-5, much different ball game than the last time the Eastside Diamond Hoppers batted. They still lead it, but they're looking for some insurance. They will face the left-hander, Brennan Cox. He relieves Greg Luukkonen. Cox, the lefty out of Taylor, Michigan, the Wayne State product. The former Warrior comes out, 27 innings of work this year. Has fanned 26. ERA, not quite where you'd want it at 7. He's given up 34 hits, so looking to settle in here at the professional level. Asked to pitch in a big spot, keep this a 1-run game. Talk to managers, talk to players, talk to really anyone involved with the baseball team. Anytime after you get a big inning, you have to couple that with a goose egg, put a 0 up when the other team comes up to bat. Whit Hughes, Todd Maddox, Luis Acevedo due up in the bottom of the 6th. Cox, first pitch, gets a swing and a miss from Hughes. Back in the 2nd inning, Hughes put a charge into one for a 3-run blast, his 3rd of the year. Big reason why the Hoppers are winning. Slow tapper to 3rd. Ortega over to 1st. They won't get Hughes. Didn't hit it hard. That helped Hughes. Legs out the infield single. Leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 6th. Cox, 4-pitch mix, fastball, slider, circle change, and a slurve. He's going to want to throw a lot of pitches like he just did to Hughes. He'll get the results. Your managers, you hear people say, hey, just throw outs. Can't affect what the defense does around you. And even for Ortega, he was playing a bit back, but I don't think he did anything wrong on that play. It was just one of those balls that finds a way, and Hughes hustled down the line, got on. Why you see some more advanced metrics come out to try to help determine, hey, is a pitcher lucky? Has their defense let him down behind you? One of those, it's called FIP, field independent of pitching, is a ground ball up the middle. Judd, he'll step on 2nd, off balance throw to 1st, and they retire. Maddox, right on cue, gets a jam shot ground ball. A 4-3 double play. That erases the infield single. Lineup turns over as Luis Acevedo comes up to bat. And Marcus Judd. He made that play look simple, but when he stepped on 2nd, he was going towards the left field corner. That's where his momentum was taking him. Still put a throw right on the money. Acevedo 1 for 3 tonight. Watches ball 1 go by. Had a 2 RBI single his last time up. Came up to bat with the bases loaded, grounded into left. Scored a couple. Third came across on a throwing error. 0-1. Misses 1-1. Cox nips the corner away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Cox delivers. Hot shot up the middle. Acevedo sent it back from where it came. Had a 2-out base knock, his second of the night. Brings up the lefty designated hitter Noah Marcoux. 1 for 3 tonight, a pair of strikeouts that sandwich a single he had back in the third. Wave and a miss. Off speed, placed perfectly. 0-1. One and one. Cox and the Beavers trying to put up a scoreless bottom of the 6th. Misses Lone away, taking off Acevedo. The throw, the tag. No, they're saying he missed him. Wilcoxon sold it. He was jogging towards the dugout. Field umpire said, no, you did not. And Wilcoxon will strut back. Heck of a throw and recovery from Crump. It was impossible to tell from this angle because the tag went on the outfield side, the back side. Say both the base runner Acevedo and the fielder Wilcoxon sold it. 2-1 over for a strike. So a 2-out single, moved up on the wild pitch. Marcoux with an RBI opportunity here in the 6th. Cox settles the pitch. Wave and a miss, got him with the slurve. Third time Marcoux has struck out tonight. We've played 6 innings. Diamond Hoppers hold a 1-run edge, 6-5. You're watching the USPBL Network.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well-earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
Back here at Jimmy John's Field, we're in the 7th inning as the Beavers have new life after their offensive explosion last inning. It will be Wilcoxon, Davis, and Ortega due up. Danny Sullivan trying to calm the waters for the Diamond Hoppers. Brennan Cox Danny Sullivan on the mound as Ben Wilcoxon comes up to bat. There you see him strutting to the plate. 0 for 2 tonight, flied out, struck out. I'll say there have been a lot of good 90s songs as walk-ups tonight. But I do like that Ben Wilcoxon has I Wish by Skee-Lo. It's one of the best ones I've heard tonight. There have been some good ones. First pitch misses 1-0. 1-0, misses away, 2-0. How patient Wilcoxon is. Takes a hack at the 2-0, so waiting to attack, 2-1. Six, 5 Diamond Hoppers in the 7th. 4 runs put up last inning. Luke Stevenson drove in 2. Marcus Judd had another with a sac fly RBI. Hilbrick drew a walk. Wilcoxon puts a charge into 1 down the left field line, and it is caught at the wall. Nearly tied it up. It was high and it was far, just not quite far enough. As you see the wry smile from Joseph Califoot. Second time he's made a catch in the shadow of the wall. Bolin had one earlier in the night. Just can't quite seem to get that little extra oomph to put it over. Chris Davis found it in the first at bat. 1-0. Nabs that outside corner. And Sullivan with the 4-seam slider, curve, and splitter. Trying to work through one of the most dangerous hitters in the league in Davis. Hops one in, 2-1. Two balls and a strike, nobody on, 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Big hack at a pitch chest high. Davis pulled off it a bit. He was trying to tie it up. Swing and a miss. Got it by Davis. Couple of challenge fastballs, and Sullivan wins the battle. Nobody on and 2 away brings up Christian Ortega, 0 for 2 today with a walk. First pitch to Ortega, off speed, near the knees but not in the strike zone, 1-0. That one will catch Ortega, but at 75, I don't think he'll need an ice pack for it. Get the head down to first, reaches for the second time tonight, and a 2-out base runner. Stubbs. The tying run on board. You find a gap. Maybe you push it a bit and see if you can score Ortega all the way from first. This is 0-1. Sullivan comes set. Retired the first 2 in the inning. The long flyout and a strikeout. 0-1 to Stubbs, misses low, 1-1. Stubbs has some power, just the 2 long balls. But in a situation like this, don't want to make the mistake. Again, infield, outfield, playing him to pull. Center field Flores, looks like about 40, 50 feet shifted into the right center gap. Schellenbarger playing maybe 2-3 steps from the track in deep right center. Ball gets away from Hughes. Ortega up to second. He'll put on the brakes there. So now Stubbs just needs a base hit. Could tie this game up. Get a substitution. We're going to get Patrick Baggett into the game, who is on loan to the Beavers. Filling in tonight, Rudy Ramirez away from the team. So Baggett and on loan. You get 4 teams in the same ballpark. That's a luxury you're afforded. And Baggett will run for Ortega here in the 7th as the tying run. The 2-1 called, strike 2-2. We do have a soft 2.5-hour time limit. If I had to guess, I don't think this game will see the 9th. We'll likely play the 8th. Half-hearted hack on 2-2, and Sullivan throws down to first to complete the out, makes the pitch when he needs to, and preserves the Diamond Hopper lead. 6-5 Diamond Hoppers through 6.5, and it's stretch time here at Jimmy John's Field. Let's go to Take Me Out to the Ball Game, sponsored as always by Genesis Credit Union. Back here on the USPBL Network, everyone getting excited for some t-shirts, and you can see us in the background up in the booth. Usually try to stay off camera during the game as much as possible. That's better. Get it away from me. As it's 6-5, and there you see the Jimmy John's Field t-shirt. 6-5 Diamond Hoppers here in the bottom of the 7th. Have a new arm on the mound for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Nick Bonk on the mound. Bonk, the right-hander out of Buffalo Grove, Illinois, former Husky Northern Illinois alum. 12 innings of work. There's a 5.11 ERA. He's walked just 3 and struck out 14, so those numbers are where you want them to be. Just want to miss a few more bats and avoid some harder contact. 3, 4, 5 due up. Joe Burke, Bryant Schellenbarger, and Joe Califoot coming up for the Diamond Hoppers. 0 for 3 today, Joe Burke. Hit one on the screws his first time up and has struck out swinging his last 2. First pitch fastball called, strike to Burke. 93 on the gun from Bonk. Four-seam fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, the arsenal for Nick Bonk. Ground ball foul, 0-2 to Burke. Bonk set, delivers. Foul tip. Like the changeup. 0-2. Burke trying to avoid the hat trick. First right-hander he's faced tonight. Bonk delivers. Low and away, easy take for Burke. Out of the stretch, Bonk delivers. Fastball at 94 down the pipe. All Burke can do is spoil it. Count remains 1-2 to Joe Burke. Leadoff man here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Righty looks in, delivers. Misses away, 2-2. Ortega over at third. He was ready for that ball to come down to him. Thought maybe he picked the corner. Good eye by Burke. Two balls, two strikes. Burke waits on the 2-2. Bonk delivers, misses, 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. Burke has worked the count full. Leading off here in the 7th, the payoff pitch. Jam shot popped up, heading over and making the play is Baggett, excuse me. He came in to run and he replaces Ortega as the broken bat. Well, Burke finishes the job. Bryant Schellenbarger up to bat. 0 for 3 groundouts. Could be 4. Baggett dives to the left, throws across, and it goes way wide into the cavern of foul ground and into the dugout. So Schellenbarger reaches on the error. Puts a insurance run in scoring position. Joe Califoot up to bat, 1 on, 1 away. Joe Califoot batting from the left side, looking to add another run to the Diamond Hopper total. 6-5 in the 7th. Diamond Hoppers haven't scored since they put up 3 in the 4th. 0-1. Bonk. Settles in, delivers. Fouls back to the screen. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Bonk delivers. Foul straight back. Mid-90s with the fastball. Bonk likes to work everything off of that pitch. Try to overpower you with it, and when he needs to, try to go with the off-speed, the soft stuff. Schellenbarger off of second. 0-2. Broken bat, ground ball. Bonk had to avoid some shrapnel. Judd makes the play, moves Schellenbarger up to third. Runner on third with 2 away. How about the concentration from Judd? Had to work through a lot of chaos. You usually don't see a broken bat come right at the pitcher. He being Bonk did a nice job to avoid it, and then Judd charging made the play and made it look rather easy. Anthony Flores up to bat. 2 for 2 with a walk. Has yet to be retired tonight. First pitch misses, ball 1. One ball, one strike. High and in, 2-0 to Flores. Bonk comes set. 2-0. Another broken bat. Wilcoxon comes up, throws the first, retires Flores, and all 3 outs in the inning. I don't know if I've ever seen this. All 3 outs broke a bat, and Bonk going back to the dugout with a few trophies. Score stays the same. 6-5 Diamond Hoppers. We head to the 8th here on the USPBL Network.
Check your checking. If your account doesn't get you pumped, amped, or geeked, make the switch to Genius Checking from Genesis Credit Union. It's just genius.
Why are all these business owners smiling? Because they rely on Tryon to handle difficult and time-consuming HR tasks like payroll, benefits administration, and more. Working with one of the nation's top professional employer organizations provides access to top-tier healthcare and employee benefit plans and Tryon's team of attorneys and HR experts. With Tryon, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTryon.com.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Slide into a new home. Work with a local mortgage pro who works for you. Get a cheaper, faster, easier home loan. Find a mortgage broker near you today at findamortgagebroker.com.
Make your move with a quick and easy mortgage from Genesis Credit Union. We have mortgages to fit your life. Genesis Credit Union. Visit us today.
Here in the 8th inning, it is 6-5 Eastside Diamond Hoppers on top. I'm going to hold off the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Christian Stelling, the southpaw, takes the mound for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. Stelling. Again, the lefty with a 3-pitch mix. Fastball, curveball, changeup. About as traditional as they come. He will face Malik Bolin, Ray Hilbrick, and Luke Stevenson. He's got that over-the-top arm action. Tall lefty. 6'3". Got those long, lanky arms. He really gets that like catapult-like action over the top. Out of Imperial, Missouri, came to Oakland University just down the road. Played in the Horizon League. Just the way he throws, just so over the top. That's got to be a little bit of a different arm slot coming basically straight down on you. Again, I guess the best comparison I can use is like a catapult firing straight at you. Malik Bolin be the first to face Stelling. Bolin 0 for 2, worked a walk, later came around to score his last time up. First pitch misses below the knees, 1-0. Two and 0. Stelling into the motion. Wave and a miss. Tried to pull a pitch on the outside part of the plate. Two one. Fouled straight back, 2-2. Southpaw into the motion, the 2-2. Swing and a short chopper charging. Maddox throws, not in time. Bolin with the infield single. Leadoff man aboard. Tying run aboard here in the 8th. Brings up Ray Hilbrick, 0 for 1. Has walked twice. First pitch, called strike to Hilbrich. Oh and 1. Very conservative lead for Bolin off of first, maybe a step. Swing and a miss at the off-speed, 0-2. Stelling delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Taylor played. Pup steps on second, throws to first, gets the double play ball he needed. Hilbrick grounds into the 6-3 double play. Wipes off the leadoff single. Quickly 2 away with nobody on for Luke Stevenson. Stevenson swings and misses at the first pitch. The 0-1, wave and a miss, 0-2. And what started off as a promising inning has very quickly flipped in the Diamond Hoppers' favor. You look up and the Beavers are down to their final 4 outs. Stelling into the motion, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 91, got it by Stevenson. Leadoff single is neutralized with the double play, and then Stevenson strikes out. Bottom of the 8th. The Diamond Hoppers looking for a little insurance. You're watching the USPBL Network.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and discover the funner you hidden within you. The you that doesn't think about adult things and stuff. Ashley, I don't want to hear anything about your car registration when we're at Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
The you want to be. Let the Dave & Buster's method illuminate you. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
First State Bank is a locally owned and operated business. We're part of your community. At fsbcares.com, you'll find ways that we're making a difference by featuring locally owned and operated businesses, providing access to helpful financial resources, and engaging with community. fsbcares.com is part of our commitment to the neighborhood because strong neighbors mean stronger communities. Where good neighbors do great things. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Nick Bonk still on the mound for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, trying to keep it at a 1-run deficit. 6-5 Diamond Hoppers on top of the Beavers. It's been a fun one. Brady Beaton with you on the USPBL Network. Thank you so much for watching tonight, wherever you may be from, whoever you may be rooting for. We are in for a fun finish. Alex Pup, Whit Hughes, and Todd Maddox due up for the for the Diamond Hoppers here in the bottom of the 8th. 7, 8, 9, bottom third of their order. Alex Pup, 1 for 3 today, singled in his second at-bat, later came around to score. He was driven in by Luis Acevedo. Bonk. He faced 4 batters last inning. The one, Schellenbarger, reached on an error. First pitch fastball called strike. Bonk with a healthy dose of the heater. The 0-1, maybe overthrew it a bit, 92, but in the dirt. One ball, one strike. Jam shot, pushes foul. Fastball busted Pup up and in. It was more of a defensive swing than anything else. Self-defense. Ball and 2 strikes. Bonk delivers. Swing and a miss. Pup chased it up the ladder. Out number 1 here in the 8th. 94 got it by him. Whit Hughes has had himself a nice night. A home run and a single. 3 RBIs to his name. Swing and a miss. You can hear Bonk grunting as he delivers. He's putting everything he has in the fastball and, well, has a lot of life to it. The 0-1. Fouled straight back. No balls, 2 strikes. Whit Hughes finds himself in a quick hole. 6-5 Diamond Hoppers in the 8th. Bonk comes set, the 0-2. In the dirt away, 1-2. Bonk. Looking for back-to-back punch-outs. Gets it. 91 at the thighs. Had Hughes swinging through. Back-to-back punch-outs brings up Todd Maddox. Bonk. Done a really nice job in relief in 2 innings. Hasn't given up a hit. Struck out 2. It's a high chopper to the left side. Wilcoxon on the backhand throws across. They got Maddox. Bang, bang play, but Wilcoxon having to throw across his body. Guns down Maddox over at first. We head to the 9th. Beavers got to get one. You're watching the US PBL Network.
Companies are competing for talent like never before. With the complexities of handling tasks like payroll, benefits administration, and other HR functions, it's easy to see how a professional employer organization like Tryon Solutions makes all the difference. Tryon empowers businesses of all sizes to attract and retain talent by offering access to top-tier healthcare and employee benefit plans. With Tryon, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTryon.com.
You can always rely on Tryon.
At Ascension, Michigan, we're committed to being your first choice for healthcare. Our nationally recognized heart program is the leader throughout Michigan in minimally invasive heart valve procedures. For joint replacement, spine, and cancer care, patients choose our specialists for advanced care and treatment. And we also excel in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Top of the 9th, Diamond Hoppers up by a run. It will be up to the bottom third of the order for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers to try to scrap across the run. Marcus Judd, Alex Crump, Ben Wilcoxon. No one else to go to, no one on the bench. Christian Stelling stays on the mound for the 9th. Stelling finishes up the warm-up. Just got to find a way to get on. By hook, by crook, pretty or ugly, just find a way on base.
Leading off for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, the second baseman, number 21, Marcus Judd.
0 for 2, but an RBI to his name. And a sac fly last time up. Try to find a way on, turn it over. Love to try to get Chris Davis to the plate. Judd swings at the first pitch he sees, but right at Flores. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 9th. Alex Crump try to find a way on base. He did in his second at bat. When he was hit by a pitch, has flied out and popped out. First pitch, breaking ball in for a strike. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Quickly 0-2 as Stelling has come out in the 9th. That bulldog mentality, and he's just attacked hitters. Swinging a foul straight back. 4 pitches, 4 strikes. He is not messing around. The 0-2. Inside, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Right-handed hitting Alex Crump. He represents the tying run here in the 9th. Up high, 2-2. A very late swing or odd swing from Crump, but it did what it needed to do. Foul it away and see another pitch. Christian Stelling has just been absolutely fantastic. In the 12 appearances before this one, that was ball 3. Okay. I'm usually wrong. But I paused when I saw Crump head down to first. Thought it was 2-2. Hey, got to find a way on base. You're down to your final 2 outs. See if the umpire will give you a free base on 3 balls. Why not? 3-2. Hits it high and far, but well foul. As I was saying before, he came in tonight, Christian Stelling, in 12 appearances, had thrown 17 2/3 innings, had given up just 6 hits, 8 walks, 22 strikeouts. Batting average against was 105. That'll get you pretty far. 3-2 popped up on the infield. Maddox comes in, gloves it. Diamond Hoppers are an out away from getting the win. Once this game ends, I'll head down, talk with our player of the game. Couple of guys that could be worthy. Christian Stelling, I think if he can get this final out, has pitched very nicely out of the pen. Whit Hughes with the 3-run bomb, a candidate as well. Stelling. First pitch, called strike, took something off that one. 74 on the gun. The 0-1. Called strike 2. Back-to-back off-speed to Wilcoxon. And the Beavers down to their final strike of the evening. Wilcoxon calls time. If he can just find a way on base, Chris Davis is on deck, and he can be dangerous. The 0-2 to Wilcoxon. Just inside. Spins out of the way of the 90-mile-per-hour heater. One ball, 2 strikes. Misses up high, 2-2. Wilcoxon staying alive. 6-5 Diamond Hoppers in the 9th. The pitch. Fly ball left field deep, but not deep enough. For the 3rd time tonight, the Beavers fly out to the warning track, and the Diamond Hoppers get the 6-5 win and pull within a half game of the Westside Woolly Mammoths. Excellent performance all around. Had some hitting, had some pitching where they needed it. And despite giving up 4 runs in the 6th inning, the Diamond Hoppers hold off the Beavers and get the victory here on Thirsty Thursday. Christian Stelling out of the pen was wonderful. James Cole went off to a really nice start after giving off a leadoff home run. Couldn't start a game any worse than he did, and he settled down very, very nicely. We will take it to a break. When we come back, I'll be down with our player of the game on the field. 6-5 Diamond Hoppers. Don't go anywhere. Post game after this here on the USPBL Network.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and reset our life around zapping stuff and cheering for stuff with your friends. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
We're the financial champion of Michiganders. Whether you're a goal-getter or dream chaser, an empty nester, or up-and-comer, anyone in Michigan can bank with us. Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union.
What are the odds that we're neighbors, where you've known each other our whole lives, and both tear the exact same things in this exact same knee?
So an ACL tear is an injury to the main stabilizing structure of the knee.
You want a good team around you, because then you know that what you're doing is going to help you in the long run.
My message to everyone who's helped me, thank you so much, because you guys helped me progress so much.
Also hearing it from a friend that's went through the exact same thing, I think sort of helps that know that there's a bright side at the end.
Why are all these business owners smiling? Because they rely on Tryon to handle difficult and time-consuming HR tasks like payroll, benefits administration, and more. Working with one of the nation's top professional employer organizations provides access to top-tier healthcare and employee benefit plans and Tryon's team of attorneys and HR experts. With Tryon, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTryon.com.
You can always rely on Tryon.
We're for people, the pioneers, the underdogs, the players, and the slow and steadies. We're for people, for who they are and who they could become. Yes, we're a bank, and some say our business is all about money, but that's an old idea. Because look past the money, and you'll see real human lives. We see it, because we're for people. Huntington, welcome.
You dreamed of starting a company, not an HR department, but your business has grown fast, and so have the complexities of payroll and taxes, benefits administration, and other HR functions. That's why your business needs a professional employer organization like Tryon Solutions. Tryon provides businesses of all sizes access to top-tier healthcare and employee benefit plans. With Tryon, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTryon.com.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Back here on the USPBL Network, I'm joined with our player of the game, Eastside Diamond Hopper catcher Whit Hughes. Went yard, did a tremendous job behind the dish. Personally, you've been picking it up a little lately. Second home run in the last couple of weeks. Has to feel good starting to barrel it up at the dish.
Yeah, it feels really good. I mean, starting to get a couple more at-bats, you know, starting to get into a groove and seeing pitches well, and I'm not missing my fastball, so it's been pretty nice.
As a team, you're starting to get on a roll. Coming in tonight, you had won 8 of your last 10. Get another gritty win, hold off a comeback, and now a half game out of first place. Have to imagine the vibes are pretty high in the locker room.
Yeah, the clubhouse vibes are pretty great, that's for sure. I mean, it's just a bunch of good team wins, you know. Everybody's playing well. Everybody's playing good defense. Pitchers are filling it up. It's been very good team baseball.
Well, Whit, tomorrow you have a chance to at least put yourself in a tie for first place. I'm sure you'll enjoy this one, but how long are you going to enjoy it before you prepare for the Unicorns tomorrow?
Once I leave that clubhouse, I'm ready for tomorrow. That's about all it takes.
Well, Whit, congratulations on the home run, on the win, and just a great performance tonight.
Thank you very much, Brady. Appreciate it.
Whit Hughes, our player of the game, the Diamond Hoppers with the 6-5 win over the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. That'll do it for us from Jimmy John's Field. Join us tomorrow when Whit's Diamond Hoppers take on the Utica Unicorns. First pitch will be 7 o'clock here on the USPBL Network. For myself, Brady Beat, and everyone up in the booth, thank you so much. Hope you all have a safe and wonderful night.
too many of the teams can defeat us. You on the sideline warming up the benches. Need a lesson? I can show you, I can teach ya. You see a diamond hopper